I'll Fix It here. I want to show you this nice machine. It's a Samsung VRT top load, fairly new shiny machine. I put a whole load of my clothes in here and it's fine, works beautiful. What do I think about these kind of machines? I'm about to show you what I think about them. So stay tuned to I'll Fix It because I'm about to show you. And Samsung's not the only one. Whirlpool and some other ones that have this style where they actually have 4 suspension rods, one in each corner, and they dance around. They dance when they get out of balance. Not every time, but when they do, it could be a catastrophe because it can get dancing around so badly that it can practically explode. And this top portion right here, it can come loose and go through a sheetrock wall. If your children are playing in the room, in the laundry room, when that happens, it can be very dangerous. I don't like these things, but I do know exactly what's causing it and ways that you can fix it. But it's a very poor design. I like the old machines. They work so much better and the parts are cheaper, and there's just the older machine you can buy, the better. I'm going to show you how much I really don't like these. I'm also going to take this apart and show you ways you can fix it if that's what you'd rather do. As for me, I have a perfectly good machine I could sell, and it's against my conscience to sell the thing like this with this bad engineering. Let's get on with this. Yeah! That feels good. That's what I think of these machines. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to take it apart, and you'll see a lot of YouTubes explaining to you that the problem is the springs. It's a lie. It's kind of a conspiracy to cover up the bad engineering and blame it on something because it has nothing to do with the springs, really. There's something else here I'm going to show you. There's a couple of YouTubes out there that are on the right track. Most of them are not. And the company is not telling you. It's kind of a secret. See, washer dryer money, that YouTube is actually telling you what is actually the problem, not the springs, what really is the problem. Let's take this apart and I'll show you. Okay, I'm going to wrestle this around where I can show you how to take it apart. Alright, you got one here, one there, and one right here. Now, there's a hook on each side up here in the middle, and you have to bring this up a little bit, and then go forward, and then wiggle it, and lift it up. Okay? There it comes. Just like that. Now, let me turn it back around the other way again so I can show you. Okay, now that we got this worked loose. Now that's not really a test. If you're trying to be careful, have somebody help you. This can fall off of here. It's not really, see what I mean? Just some wires holding it. Okay. Now, in each corner, you can grab the rod. See what I mean? Luckily this one I don't care about, but if you care about yours, you'll want to hang on to that. Okay, so I grab the rod, and I pick up on it, pull it out of the slot right there. So I'm grabbing the rod, I'm pulling it up and going out like this. And then I'm going to go push it down and out of the slot underneath. And then I can pull this right up. And there's the spring assembly. Okay, now the first thing that you'll hear or see in a lot of videos is that you need to put some grease or something underneath this cap and that will solve the problem. No, it will not. Okay? Then you'll see that, well, you need to replace this whole assembly because the springs are wore out. No, that's not the problem. If you replace this whole assembly, this spring assembly, it will solve the problem temporarily. And then you'll have a problem again. Because it's not the springs, it's a little thing right in here underneath this cap. Okay. Samsung or the companies have come up with kind of a band-aid. One of the band-aids is to reinforce this thing, how it's attached to the top, so that if it ever does do that again, it won't come flying off and go through a wall or hurt somebody. They beef that up. Another thing they've done is they'll come out and put a new sticker over the controls that will not give you the option to spin it as fast as you wanted to. When you bought the machine, you bought it for its functions that it would do, and now suddenly the fix is you can't use those functions. That's not really right. That's not what you paid for. Okay? Now, here's another band-aid fix that they do, and that is a rubber sleeve that they put over the spring. Now, here is the same idea, where you just take a piece of foam or a rubber inner tube rubber, or you could use I see some people use a radiator hose, and you cut it and you snap tie it over this spring, and that is kind of a band-aid temporary thing. It does give less boinginess to the springs, so that when it goes out of control, it doesn't go as far, as radical, because there's less boinginess in the springs. We're still not at the real root of the problem yet. It's inside right here. What's really going on here, let me explain. This is not supposed to be easy. This little slide up and down thing is supposed to be stiff, like a steering dampener or a shock absorber dampener, so that it has to not be easy. And if it's easy, you're going to get this dancing problem and go out of control. Now, see, I managed to open up, make sure you can see this. I opened that up. Now, inside, usually inside there, or inside here, there is a little piece of foam. You see coming out there? That, my friends, is the whole problem. Has nothing to do with the spring. This whole rod assembly, this little piece of foam is supposed to provide a little bit of friction to make this not move so easy. And of course, a little piece of foam is just going to wear out in no time at all. It's just, I mean, talk about poor engineering. It's a dampener system dependent on this stupid little piece of foam. How stupid can you get? So, anyways, now appliance B, he has a deal where he will put a safety pin down through the plastic here, and it causes it to be stiff, and that probably works. Washer dryer money, he actually fills this with like liquid nails and then breaks it loose just enough so that it's stiff, and that probably works. Also, just wrapping the spring a little bit can help a lot. So anyways, that, my friends, is the end of the conspiracy, whatever you want to call it, the secret, the thing, the real problem. It's not the spring, okay? It's the little tiny piece of foam. I'll fix it here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps you. And please give me a thumbs up. It's free. If you really don't like this, hit thumbs down twice. Hey, you know what I think of these rod system with this? This is what I think of that. One last tip here. I don't recommend you buy these used, because that little piece of foam is probably mostly wore out already, or half wore out or something. When you buy the whole thing new, they're not cheap. You know why? Because you have to buy a new spring, a new rod, new everything to get that tiny little piece of foam. Can I just say stupid again? All right. See you later. Hey, this was fun. Hope you'll join me on some other ones. All right. I feel much better about this machine now. It won't hurt anybody. Okay. I'll fix it here. See you on the next one. This is dangerous. That's what I think of these machines.